kind of thing, like kind of like Mayday, Gray Day, Gray Day.
Oh, Gray Day. Gray Day, we're on high alert. He's not
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good. We got some crazy stuff going on this week. So crazy
Bracket
stuff.
busted by
Everyone.
Everyone's gone.
Everyone's
See
gone.
ya.
So did you see both games?
I actually wasn't even able to watch any of them. I watched some of
Yeah.
Florida, like literally a couple minutes of Florida versus a UConn. And I thought, I don't know why, I just kept going. It's like, I don't know, Florida. I feel like Florida's gonna wake up at some point, and I guess
They never did.
They never did.
They never did at all.
Come on, Connecticut. Just ruin everybody's bracket.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, Kentucky wasn't really so far-fetched, I don't think. I think that they were an 8th seed. They were very, underrated, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely crazy to see, UConn and a 7 and an 8 seed in there.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just so
weird.
bizarre.
It's really weird. I guess it's good for the whole thing, though.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess you could claim them like Cinderellas, but they're not. They're like teams. Maybe not Connecticut, because Connecticut had like the thing, the ban last year. But I definitely think that Kentucky was like supposed to be a good team this year. They were supposed to be.
Yeah, and it kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Fell off, and so I guess they're kind of just like making up for it right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But it's like they're 7 and 8s, but they're not really underdogs.
Yeah, for sure.
So
this is no like VCU a couple of years ago when they it came out of nowhere.
VCU.
It's
and then Butler too.
Yeah, Butler for the 2 straight years.
I wanted Butler to win so bad.
Yeah.
Really,
and he almost did. Gordon Hayward, I remember watching the game. Almost hit that half-court shot that went off the glass.
Should have happened.
It was a good game.
It's still to this day, I think it should have happened. It would have been better for NCAA.
It would have been the greatest,
especially because everyone knows the Christian Laettner shot for Duke, where he does a little fake and he hits the buzzer. Mm-hmm. Like that shot, that half-court shot to win the national championship would have actually probably beat that Christian.
Yeah, that would have been
shot.
Probably the greatest moment.
Shot of all time.
That would have been up there with.
We could have all watched it.
Yeah, but like would have been right up there with the Dickie V celebration. When he was trying to, he was like running on the field.
Yeah,
not Dickie V. Excuse me.
Jimmy Valvano.
Jimmy V. Yeah, Jimmy V. And
I was like, when was Dickie V?
Oh baby!
Oh my god! Oh my god! It was a time for daddy.
But yeah, it's been crazy, and I've been watching the women's too. I mean, we have a huge game tomorrow with
2 undefeateds.
UConn
Notre Dame. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan, so
I mean, how crazy would it be?
We'll take the women's sports.
How crazy would it be if UConn won both?
Oh, I hate that.
Because
I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not the biggest UConn fan at all. Actually, I know this is terrible. Like, I don't mind the men's basketball team that much.
Yeah.
I remember like back in the day when like Ray Allen was playing for them, and like they were awesome back then, and they were kind of like they were a good solid team that it was kind of the beginning of Jim Calhoun kind of putting his stamp on, like on NCAA.
Right.
And so I remember that they've just been around so long that I'm like, okay, like, UConn, like they've been around for a while. The women's team, though, man, they've been around forever now, and I'm just so tired of them winning it's like every other year. It's like, okay, UConn isn't that good this year, so a random team like Butler or like, Notre Dame or Maryland or Duke, wins it like every so odd year.
Yeah.
Tennessee used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, I was going to say Tennessee, yeah.
But ever since
Pat Summitt
left, yeah, oh, that's so sad. She has Alzheimer's. That's really sad. But yeah, it's just like I'm just so tired. I want to see Gino Auriemma just like coach a men's team. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I want to see not like, oh, I don't think you could do well. Like, I honestly think he'd be a ridiculously good coach. And like whatever team he took over, it would just be really good.
I mean, it would be hard for him, I think, that if he goes into like I don't know if you mean like men's team as NBA or men's team as college men's.
Like college men's.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, pro. I mean, I know this is terrible saying like making fun of it. I don't think he could go from coaching, that gap is too big,
Yeah, I mean, it's also, the error margin in the women's basketball is huge. Like, I mean, what I'm trying to say is like there's a huge drop off.
Oh yeah,
gigantic. It's like you have like Notre Dame's, Tennessee the way they used to be.
Notre Dame. This is the Final
UConn.
Four game.
Yeah.
Notre Dame beat Maryland 87-61. Like,
yeah, none of these games were close.
Yeah, like what? Okay, it's like there's always one team, or maybe there's two. Like maybe you get lucky and there's two teams that are like it's actually a good game. Like
Yep.
it's like wow, like this. I don't know who's gonna win this game, but it's very rare. It's like almost like I would say 9 times out of 10, you know who's gonna win each
Yeah.
college basketball, girls college
Yeah.
basketball game, and it just is annoying to me. You know?
Yeah, that's what makes it kind of not fun. I mean, it's basketball's still fun to watch, but I mean, it's the women's basketball is just like you said. You go into the game,
You
and
know.
you see UConn winning 56-17 at halftime, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
great.
screw this. Like when Iona lost to Duke, it was like 100-60. Or
Yeah.
something like that. I was like, who wants to watch that? Like, no one does.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too that really pissed me off. I was gonna bring this up last show, and we didn't have time to. I hate how the like Elite Eight or like Sweet 16, like the regionals, are like in like people's home stadiums. Like the Notre Dame
Yeah,
regional
yeah.
was at Notre Dame. Like
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
huge Notre
stupid.
Dame fan, and I still think like LSU was they upset it was I don't know who they were playing. They were playing a 2 seed.
Yeah.
And they upset them, but they were playing at LSU. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
not an
it's
upset. That's
not.
like you're
It's
playing
stupid.
at your home stadium, and it's supposed to be. And the only reason why they do it is because I'm pretty sure they used to do it at neutral sites, but they couldn't get
Yeah.
enough people to go to the games. So
Exactly.
they don't want TV to be like, oh well, look at there's no one
There's
at the
no one
stadium.
at the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's just like, come on, guys, like just embrace it. Stop trying to make so much money off it. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be college
Yeah.
athletics.
I agree.
Like I understand the crowd helps and it's really good, but this is coming from a Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame shouldn't have played at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Make
it's
Connecticut
stupid.
play at Notre Dame. Make Notre Dame play at Connecticut. Like who cares?
I mean,
And-
I can understand, doing a neutral site, and then, if by chance that team makes, like, kind of like the Super Bowl, the way
Yeah,
the Super Bowl is,
exactly.
it's a, can it happen? Has it ever happened? No, but can it happen? Like
Yeah.
if it's in, Arizona, it's in Arizona
Yeah,
this year, and
yeah.
if the Cardinals go to the Super Bowl, I mean, can you really be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, it's, home field advantage? Well, no, it's, it's a
No.
neutral site.
Yeah, but the thing is too with the college game, the girls' college game,
Yeah.
or like any college, they select where they go. It was like teams get selected into each specific region,
Yeah,
so they could
it's-
actually. And in the men's NCAA, they cannot play at home.
cannot.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
big thing. So
impossible.
why
Yeah.
can you do it in the women's game? Like if you're striving for equality, then that's like a port. You can't
Yeah,
just be like,
no, I
oh,
agree
well,
with
we
you.
want equality, but we're going to do this differently. No, it doesn't work that way. Like you're either equal or you're not. You're going to do things on the same terms or you're not. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they can even go to places that aren't even college stadiums. I'm sure they can go to Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
You go
to the Barclays Center.
go to the Barclays Arena. You can go out west. You can go like Oklahoma City or the Alamo, where like the Spurs play. There's plenty of places out there.
Yeah.
The Alamo. But I mean, it's like, yeah, like you said, man, it's stupid how they get to select it. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
So your prediction,
Boom.
your prediction.
Kentucky. I think Kentucky's going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is with Kentucky, here's the thing.
Yeah.
All of their games have been close.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
UConn's not so much, man. And
Yeah.
that can be a telling sign. I don't know. I just get a feeling that Kentucky was supposed to be here the whole time, and
Yeah.
I think just the coaching experience of Calipari is just gonna. I think that's just gonna be a slight difference. Who's coaching at Connecticut now?
Kevin Ollie.
Kevin Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great coach and he's done a great job there. But I just feel like Connecticut's they're just gonna come up short. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of have the opposite. I think that Kentucky's been, like you said, they've been very close every game, and I forget the person, the player now, but he's hit a game-winning 3 in 5 straight
Oh
games.
yeah.
I mean,
It's actually pretty amazing.
it's an amazing streak when you think about it. It's like 5 straight games you've hit a game winner, but
Yeah.
it also kind of hits a bell in your head where you're like, well, wait a minute, 5 straight games, it has come down to the last possession.
Yeah.
They're eventually going to meet a team that's
And Wisconsin was winning for a lot of that second half. Too.
yeah, and I mean, Wisconsin
So-
kind of blew that game.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
saying,
could
I
say
don't.
the same thing about Louisville too.
Yeah,
you know?
Louisville did throw that game away.
So-
So I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna. I think that UConn's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, my mind says probably Connecticut, but I would just rather see Kentucky win it.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's a good story. You know,
Yeah.
with Kentucky, you know, they were supposed to be number one, and then they kind of had to fall from grace, and it's all freshmen.
And then they had to work. They had to work to get back to where they are. You know, they had to
Yeah.
work to get in the tournament. They had to work to go through the. You know,
Yeah.
no one believed in them. They had a hard road. You know, they didn't have an easy road. They had to go against last year's champions. Had to go against a good Wisconsin team.
Yeah.
You know, they had to do a lot. So whoever wins it obviously deserves it. There's no like, oh, they had such an easy road. Like no team had an easy road, and pretty much everyone had both of these teams losing at some point, falling at some point.
Oh yeah,
before
definitely.
even the Final Four.
Definitely.
So, you know, congratulations to both teams.
Yeah,
And,
both teams. Whoever. I mean,
may the best team win. You know?
team win. I mean, it's just like so great. It's like such a great story. You know, Shabazz Muhammad can win his second. Did I say Shabazz Muhammad? Shabazz Napier. I'm sorry.
Napier.
Shabazz.
Like,
I was like,
K. Walker.
Shabazz?
Like Shabazz K. Walker. Like,
But
Walker
yeah,
Street?
Shabazz Napier. I mean, he can win his second national championship because he was on the team
Yeah.
with Kemba Walker. So I mean,
Well,
either way,
sure.
it's a great storyline. And for women's, you said you like Notre Dame.
Of course. I mean, I'm a huge Notre Dame fan,
Yeah.
so I hope they do it. I just don't know. You know, I'm not really following this year. I just know that Notre Dame and UConn are both undefeated, which is, I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good show. I mean, definitely seeing two undefeated teams is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I like UConn both. I think UConn's gonna win both of them.
No.
Yep, UConn's gonna sweep.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna become good at football this year, and they're gonna win the national championship.
No,
game
they're
too.
not. That's not happening. Let's not hope that happens.
So we'll take a quick break here, and I mean, what day isn't good with some more Rush? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I'm getting a rush, a blood to the head.
It's
but
a
that's
blood
another
rush.
album. That's actually
This is,
a Coldplay album, but
This is from their latest studio album, Clockwork Angels. This is The Wreckers.